Hello? Batman, it's you! What? No, Batman, it wasn't me! I promise! I have an alibi! Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Welcome back, come in and sit down. So, there are big rumours happening right now with the Batman. We still don't know if Patterson is going to play a younger version of the Batman. We will soon find that out, so be a bit patient on that. But some story things have kind of leaked out. So apparently the Batman, get this, is a whodunit. You know, as I say, just a rumour. The Batman is a whodunit, and all the rogues gallery are all suspects. Now for me, this is awesome, and it's an awesome excuse to have the whole of the rogues gallery there. Now, I did watch a video a week or so ago on Collider where they were criticising the idea of having the whole of the rogues gallery, and it's going to be like Batman Returns, a film, by the way, I really liked anyway, so that wouldn't put me off. But this is interesting. Now, the concern, of course, would be that there's not going to be a lot of action in this film. And look, it doesn't have to be, but I think we all want to see Batman kicking ass, so there would have to be a balance. But I think this is very different, a very unique take. And it's something I'd be very excited about, because if you think about the Batman films we've had so far, we've had Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman Robin. They're good Batman films. I mean, obviously Batman and Robin and Batman Forever have its issues, but they're entertaining films at the end of the day. And then you have Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, which is absolutely awesome. Batman v Superman, again, I liked it. So it's very different. Matt Reeves, for me, people asking me, is this actually true, Mick? I think it is, because he's already teased a noir type of film, right? And what's more noir than a whodunit set in the 90s with Batman finally being that great detective? So obviously, I don't know if it's true, but I absolutely think it's true. And if it is true, I'd be very excited about it. So apparently the writer of X-Men First Class wants to write an all-star live-action Superman film. So All-Star Superman is a very interesting graphic novel, actually. So Lex Luthor's in prison and Superman is dying. So it's a very emotional story, because basically the sun's going out. Oh, he's got some kind of disease. I can't remember. I've read the comic once and I've watched the animated movie once. But it's a really, All-Star Superman is a really good graphic novel. So he said he'd absolutely walk over hot coals to do this story and work with the Mission Impossible director, whose name escapes me. He's directed the past 2 or 3 movies. He was talking about it with Henry Cavill, of course. He said he'd be interested in directing it, but there's nothing official, and he hasn't spoken with the studio, which is Warner Brothers, of course. What do I think about an all-star Superman film? It would be interesting, but this is really a Superman that's been around for quite a while. And that's interesting to me, because my Superman story is about a Superman who's been around for nearly 1,000 years, right? And it's approaching his birthday, the celebrations and all that. I've explained the story. I won't bore you with it again. So it's interesting that this writer of X-Men First Class has gone to this kind of situation. He was also asked about, would it be Henry Cavill? And he kind of ummed and ahed, which I find very interesting. Does he know something we don't? Or does anybody know anything? Does Warner Brothers even know anything? Does Henry Cavill? Actually, Henry Cavill's probably going to be the last to know. So we started off with these rumours with Henry kind of negotiating, wanting this and that. I told you months and months ago, about a year ago, he's not negotiating for more money. The sticking point with Henry is he wants a direct sequel to Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. And the problem is that's not the direction the Warner Brothers want to go in, and that's what's holding things up. But there's going to have to be a handshake eventually and say, do you know what? We can't agree here. We need Superman movies. That's not what I want. I would love a direct sequel to Man of Steel. But at the end of the day, if it isn't going to happen, we need Superman in this franchise of awesome DC movies. So let me know what you think. Are you excited about a whodunit kind of version of the Batman? I am. I think it would be awesome. And what about All-Star Superman? Would you like to see that happen? I think All-Star Superman is a great story, and I think that would be great in the DC Black Label with the Joker movie. I think that would really work there. Probably not part of the DCEU, but certainly as a standalone movie, I would be absolutely so up for that.